Ethan woke to the clanging of metal and a swarm of voices just outside his window. At first, he thought it was the garbage truck running early, but as he blinked himself awake and peered through the blinds, his breath caught in his throat. His backyard is meticulously kept, lush green, clearly private backyard had been invaded. Rows of white folding chairs were lined up like an army. An arch adorned with flowers stood at the far end, and decorators buzzed around setting up what looked like a full-on wedding. For a second, Ethan thought he might still be dreaming. But then he saw her, the self-declared queen of the neighborhood, Denise, standing smack in the center of his yard, barking orders like a general preparing for battle. Ethan threw on a hoodie and stormed out the back door. "Denise, what the hell is going on?" His voice cut through the wedding prep like a blade. Denise turned with that smug, infuriating smile she wore like a badge of honor. "Oh, Ethan, you're finally up. We were worried you might sleep through the big day." "The big what? This is my yard. Why is there a wedding here?" Denise waved her hand dismissively. "Oh, don't be so dramatic. It's just for the day. My son Tyler's wedding, remember?" Ethan blinked. "No, I don't remember because no one asked me." Denise sighed like he was a toddler throwing tantrum. "We sent out notices weeks ago. This is a community event, Ethan. You should feel honored." He looked around, face flushing with disbelief. A DJ was setting up speakers. A catering truck blocked his driveway. And was that a porta potty being rolled into his front yard? "I don't care what notices you claim you sent. I never agreed to this. Get out of my yard. Now." Denise's smile evaporated. Her expression hardened into something colder. "Do you really want to be the guy who ruins my son's wedding day?" Ethan didn't flinch. "This is trespassing. You don't have a right." "But I do," she snapped. "According to the HOA bylaws, any property can be designated for community use if deemed suitable by the board. And guess what? We deemed your yard suitable." Ethan felt sick. Denise and her HOA cronies had bent the rules before, but this was a new level of absurdity. She went on, her tone syrupy. "Unless you want to rack up fines for, oh, I don't know, your lawn height, the color of your porch lights, or that old mailbox, I suggest you cooperate." Ethan took a deep breath and walked back inside, fury simmering beneath the surface. He needed a plan. Then he remembered the old sprinkler system. The system was ancient, hooked up to a water source that hadn't been touched in years. The water that came out of it was foul, rusty, brown, smelling of metal and mildew. Perfect. He headed for the garage. 6 hours till the wedding. Just enough time to set up. By late morning, Ethan watched from his kitchen window, his fingers wrapped around a mug like it was the only thing keeping him grounded. Outside, Denise was in full dictator mode. The florist draped flowers on his koi pond. Bridesmaids took selfies by the garden. A DJ tested the mic with a bass drop so loud it rattled his windows. His phone buzzed. It was Marcus, one of the only sane neighbors. "Ethan," Marcus said, "I heard what's happening. Man, I don't even know how she pulled this." "She used the HOA," Ethan said through clenched teeth. "Yeah, and I heard something else. She didn't have the budget for a venue. Spent the HOA event fund on herself. This was her cover-up." Ethan stared out at the pristine tablecloths, the gleaming arch. Of course she had. "Thanks, Marcus. That helps." The doorbell rang. Ethan opened it to find a nervous young man in a tux. Hey," he said. "I'm Tyler, the groom. I just wanted to say, I had no idea this was someone's house." Ethan narrowed his eyes. "You didn't know?" "No. Denise told us everything was booked. She made all the decisions. I thought we were at a venue." Ethan studied him. He seemed sincere. "You're about to marry into this, you realize." Tyler laughed, but it was hollow. "Trust me, I'm having second thoughts." He turned to leave. "Just, maybe don't destroy everything. Stephanie didn't deserve this." Ethan didn't make any promises. As guests arrived and the final touches were made, Ethan watched it all unfold. The ceremony was minutes away. The sprinkler controls were ready. Denise stood at the front, basking in attention. The guests rose. The music swelled. Ethan flipped the switch. Gurgle. Hiss. Then chaos. Sprinklers exploded with filthy water. dousing guests in brown sludge. Screams. Slipping. Soggy dresses. The cake collapsed. The speakers sparked. Stephanie entered in her white dress just in time to step into a muddy puddle. Her shriek rang out like a bell tolling doom. Denise spun, eyes wild, searching for a target. She locked on Ethan. She marched up, heels squishing. "You did this." Ethan stepped onto his porch. "Plumbing issue. Maybe you should have booked a real venue." Stephanie turned on her mom. "Wait, what is he talking about?" Denise faltered. "Sweetheart, Ethan spoke louder. She never had permission. She used HOA funds. Lied to everyone." The crowd gasped. Stephanie's face changed. "You lied to me?" Even Tyler shook his head. "This is too much. I'm out." Guests began leaving. Phones out. Whispering. Filming. Tom from the HOA approached Denise. "We need to talk. Audit's coming." Denise tried to regain control. Failed. Ethan watched her crumble, satisfied. Then the police arrived. Fraud. Trespassing. Misuse of funds. She was done. The next morning, Ethan stood in his swampy yard, sipping coffee. Ruined flowers. Mud. Chairs toppled. Peace. Karen was gone. The HOA was collapsing. The neighborhood was waking up. Marcus texted, "HOA vote tomorrow. Bring popcorn." Ethan smiled. Later, Tyler showed up. "I needed closure," he said. "You may have wrecked the wedding, but you probably saved my life." Ethan nodded. "All I wanted was my yard back." He looked out at the quiet street. Victory never smelled so much like rust and garden sludge.